Coming to you live from deep within inside the Wrestle House. My name is Carl Carafel alongside Bubba Duke. What's going on, Bubba?
Oh, buddy, living the life and living the dream of a man doing his thing.
Nice. Been a pretty big week in the world of professional wrestling here. Lots of pay-per-view stuff to talk about. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, with a little bit of extra stuff kind of mixed in there. First thing on the docket that we're going to talk about is AEW Full Gear. My goodness. TBT time. Yes, it is, Ed. We see that comment had come through before the show even started. Thank you very much, Darnell. Hello. Thank you for coming by. We really appreciate that here over on Love Wrestling and here on Turnbuckle Talk as well. So yeah, AEW Full Gear. What do you think? What did you think of the show?
Where do I start? There was some good things, some not so good things, and some things that were very, very good. In a whole, it wasn't that bad of a pay-per-view. In all reality, it wasn't that bad.
Let's go through it and break it down then. We're going to do the pre-show match or the buy-in match up. We have got Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa taking on Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose. Matchup, tag team, female performers, some of the best in the business today. What do you think about that pre-show or buy-in matchup? HCW Sports, how's it going? Talking a little AEW right now, a very pay-per-view eccentric show happening today.
Yeah. My opinion, I would not have put this on the we'll call it the buy-in, because I'm not calling it the other word because that's what the other company uses.
Sure.
But the buy-in, I wouldn't have put this on there, to be quite honest. I would have put this on the main card, to be quite honest. These women tore the house down.
Yeah.
They buy-in. I was all in on the buy-in with that match. It was definitely worth the money I would have had to pay for this pay-per-view. But it was obviously a free on YouTube show. So I appreciated the effort these ladies put in to put on a great wrestling match.
And if you were watching the buy-in on YouTube, everyone kind of got a little bit of a preview, an extra little bit to the beginning of the pay-per-view as well before somebody caught it and took it down. Going into the main pay-per-view on the show, we started out with a 22-minute and 6-second matchup featuring MJF taking on Darby Allin. Dude, what do you think?
Again, another great wrestling match. These two young men, I'm glad they're on AEW because they're going to get to do what they do best, and that is wrestle and perform to the top of their ability. I can't wait to see rematches and different stipulation matches. I can't wait. These two guys tore again, like the women. The kickoff first match set the precedent for this entire pay-per-view. I loved it.
HCW Sports, they hooked so many people on that match alone. Clarify for me, are you talking the MJF Darby Allin, or are you talking the buy-in matchup with the women's tag team going on there? The women's tag team match went 12 minutes and 32 seconds with Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa defeating Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose. On the main card, we actually had MJF defeating Darby Allin by pinfall. No, not just by pinfall. By a side headlock takeover. That's how he beat him. Unbelievable. HCW Sports saying the buy-in. Yes, I fully agree with that. Yeah, they definitely did. If you were not looking forward to this pay-per-view and buying it after watching that pre-show, after watching that I keep calling it pre-show, that buy-in matchup. I don't know what was wrong with you.
I'll tell you what was wrong with you. You do not have any sense or appreciation for what we call professional wrestling as it should be. That's what's wrong with you.
That MJF Darby Allin matchup, I absolutely loved the way that it all went, that everything that happened within that matchup, and especially to have MJF over the last couple of weeks, claiming that he can beat Darby Allin with a headlock takeover or headlock takedown, and then actually fulfill that after hitting him with the Dynamite Diamond Ring. But he did it. He did what he said he was going to do and what he could do, and he beat Darby Allin with a simple headlock takeover, takedown.
Question, Carl.
Yeah.
And to everybody out here, yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not a truer statement written in our lobby ever. Now, here's my question back to you and everybody else. Were you upset that MJF won?
No.
Did it bother you?
No. I mean, I would have liked to have seen Darby Allin win, definitely, but storyline wise, you kind of figured, you kind of knew that MJF was going to win, and I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't sad about it. I wasn't pissed off. I wasn't anything. I was okay with it.
I went, oh snap! Totally not what I was expecting, because I was expecting all this hype for that move, and Darby Allin was going to just like reverse it somehow and win the match. But for MJF to do what he did with that ring, I thought it was brass knuckles at first. How quick he did it, I thought it was brass knuckles. So I was like, oh, snap. And then I realized when he was hiding it, it was the ring. I'm like, oh, dude, that is cool. Again, can't wait for more of these matches with these two individuals. It's going to be great.
And even HCW Sports saying that Darby and MJF was a treat, a phenomenal treat. And that they're not upset either, not at all. Sets up more for the future. This one here as well from our friend Ed. Can't wait for MJF to get a meteor story like with Cody. I'm sure in time something like that is going to be happening. And HCW Sports, yeah, I mean, I've been around long enough that I get it. I definitely do. There was no reason why Darby had to win this match. It didn't make Darby look bad at all. In fact, I think it actually helped elevate Darby a little bit more than where he has been. To see Sting come out with him just to the ramp and then go to the back again, so we still know that Darby has that alliance with Sting, which if for some reason something would have gone terribly wrong and this did look really bad for Darby, it still wouldn't have hurt him because he's still with the icon Sting.
Right. How can you go wrong when you're with the icon, the man, the myth, the legend, Sting himself? Like, how can you go wrong?
Right? You can't. You can't at all.
I do like how, speaking of Sting, good leeway, but yeah, you know what I mean. I do like how Sting came out and helped Darby not get totally his butt kicked there at the end with everybody else coming out. Right. So, again, it didn't hurt anybody. It didn't make anybody look bad. It didn't kill the quality of the first match. If anything, this match elevated the entire pay-per-view to a certain level. So now you're expecting, right? And we'll continue here, and you'll see how it builds up. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup was very, very hard to follow, but they kind of did. Go into this next matchup here, the tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, having the Lucha Brothers taking on FTR, and the Lucha Brothers winning to retain and keep their AEW Tag Team Championships by pinfall in a good, solid 18.5-minute matchup.
Very good 18.5-minute match. I'm not saying, oh my God, that was super long. Listen, this match was very pinpoint to what I would expect from these two great tag teams. and they hit all their spots. They hit everything clean. It was smooth. It was actually, I'm gonna go here, Carl. It was like watching when I was younger, the Phantom of the Opera. Okay, you know how smooth everything is, and you got your points, and if you would have put music to this match, cut out everything else, and just put music to it, that nice, that nice operatic, and have your high points, and then come down to your low points again, and then it flowed so well for me that I literally was so involved visually, I didn't hear the ring announcers during this match.
Okay.
Because I was so well. Let's be honest, Lucha Bros. Been watching those guys since Lucha Underground.
Right.
That was my first exposure to them, and I've had appreciate their matches single, but put them together. No wonder they have had every title that they could possibly have. So the only thing, I don't know if I can jump to the end of it.
Go ahead.
But if people didn't notice, the wrong man was pinned for FTR.
That's right. A little bit of controversy going on there. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens and how this continues to progress as well.
Yes.
Yeah, Lucha Brothers here, like you talked about them together as a tag team, has even had an effect on HCW Sports, who says Lucha Brothers bring back tag teams for me. Yeah, it's very true. It is very, very true. Bubba with the words to paint that picture. I love it.
That's great. I just wanted you guys to understand how I was feeling about this match, because it was just incredible for me. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
And that's fantastic. I mean, that means that is being done properly. They're doing their job. If you can become that invested in a matchup that you completely don't even hear the commentators, and that you are so focused and intent on what they're doing inside of the ring, they have done their job.
So thank you to those two tag teams for pinpoint doing your job as a professional wrestler.
One of the low points for me of this pay-per-view is this next matchup, the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament Final. The winner receiving a future AEW World Championship matchup. So we had Bryan Danielson taking on Miro, with Bryan Danielson winning by technical submission after 20 minutes and 6 seconds. I personally think that they should have gone with Miro. Bryan Danielson is great. He's fantastic, but does he really need to be in a title picture run at this point? I don't think so. I think that Miro has earned that spot, and it should have gone to Miro. HCW Sports has said it best. Bubba is not happy, so go ahead. Floor is yours.
Thank you. I've actually had to take this match out of my mind until this very point. And I'll explain to everybody why. It's BS that the match A went that long. B, that Bryan Danielson won. Okay, now don't get me wrong, people. I am pro Bryan Danielson. I love the guy's career. I've been doing a lot of research on him lately just to understand this dragon, the American Dragon character, and all that before the WWE when I first got exposed. I've never said anything bad about AEW in the entire time that I've been watching AEW. AEW, you screwed up. You screwed up. Why would you give? I get that he's a big name, but this gentleman, the Barbarian Barute, I know I said that wrong. He was your TNT champion for how long? And so dominant. I can understand why Sammy won it, because Sammy exposed a weakness and took advantage of it. But this dude should have that title shot. He's not only earned it, He's been busting his back, his arm. Like, how many injuries does this guy have right now trying to get to this spot? And because this big name character comes in, you just sweep him under the carpet, basically, and make him look weak. I'm sorry, but if I was Miro, I would be losing it right now. Like, you better have some big plans for me and explain it to me, because if not, I'm losing my mind. I got to stop because I could go on all day.
HCW Sports asking, what are they thinking with this choice? I think that they were definitely keeping things the way that it was supposed to be. For those of you that don't know, it started out, it was supposed to be Jon Moxley that was supposed to be in that spot. And I think that even at the end of the day, even if it was Jon Moxley still in that spot, I think that Daniel Bryan would have won. So they stuck with storyline instead of maybe rethinking things. I think that that is exactly what happened there.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it 100%. I don't. I think that it was the most ridiculous choice and decision that they could have made. Yes, Bryan Danielson is a name that is going to bring in some people and draw you a little bit of money. I totally get that. But you can do that without him being inside of a title picture at all. HCW Sports, again, he was disrespected in the WWE, and now AEW. So here we are.
I don't necessarily think he was disrespected to a degree, okay? But at the same time, why would you take your biggest dominant guy and put him in this situation? It kind of defeats the purpose of having him build up, just drop him back on his face. Is he gonna start building back up again? And then what's gonna happen then? Where is he gonna go? What's he gonna do?
Is this going to be a recurring theme and a recurring story when it comes to Miro? I hope not.
I hope not too. I like
HCW saying, but Carl, when they throw a curve, you bend the idea for a new possibility. You're right. And I think that they should have. They definitely should have gone with that new possibility, and that new possibility, I 100% believe and will continue to say that new possibility should have been Miro winning that tournament. I handle 100%.
And then being beat up by Adam Page so that Adam Page can keep that belt somehow, some way. You know what I mean? Like, and I could have handled that. I'm not comfortable right now with Bryan Danielson being in this picture at this point. Let him build up his character a little more. Let him build up and get. I mean, not that he has to build up anymore, because I mean it's Bryan Danielson, but you know what I'm saying. Take the steps. Don't just go from coming into the game to, oh, now I'm the king of the game. I'm sorry, but I know a gentleman that had said, in the most famous words I'll ever remember, to be the man, you got to beat the man. But to get to the man, you got to get through the gauntlet first.
Right. I'm agreeing with HCW Sports here. I'm pissed on this one. Next. I fully agree. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go to some good stuff that happened here, I think, anyways. A Falls Count Anywhere matchup that went for 22 minutes and 35 seconds. Christian Cage and Jurassic Express defeating the Super Click, being Adam Cole and the Young Bucks by pinfall. By pinfall, dude. There was no bullshit, no nothing that happened. They won it by a pinfall, which was absolutely amazing to see.
It was another match for me that I was very intent. I'm sure our neighbors were laughing the entire time this match was, because I was screaming, hooting, hollering, yelling, clapping my hands. There was a lot of oh my gods.
Right.
Like, couldn't believe that thing like the spear, the backflip from I can't remember his name. I'm so excited. The big dinosaur guy.
Luchasaurus.
Like, this dude is 700 feet tall and he's doing a backflip off the top of the ramp. What?
Yep.
That was a scream moment for me. Number two, and I actually teared up on this part. Chris, not Chris Jericho, Christian Cage, Captain Charisma. I'm done. Captain Charisma handing the chair to Jungle Boy to pass on his signature move of the concerto. I be honest, and I'm having a hard time not tearing up now. That was a big moment for me because I'm a Captain Charisma kind of guy. That was cool. So yeah, good match. These two teams pulled it off. I'm actually enjoying seeing the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, the Super Click, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. These guys, if they can hold their crap together and pick good matches, they're going places. Whether it's titles or not, I don't care. I'm just enjoying their matches.
HCW Sports agreeing, saying fantastic match, all in caps with numerous exclamation points. It was amazeballs. Ed coming in there as well, saying from Big Brother to big spots in AEW for Luchasaurus. Yeah, I fully agree with that. It was the best way to remember my teenage years. Yeah, it definitely was. It was a fantastic way to remember. Definitely. Something that I think is going to go unremembered, I guess we could say, is going to be this next matchup. Cody and Pac taking on Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. It went 16 minutes and 52 seconds. I honestly don't remember very much from this matchup.
I can tell you what I remember.
What's that?
Everybody came out separate. The ring mat was gray. No, I don't remember anything about this match other than it was a big waste of time. This is where the buy-in match should have went. I get you need a washroom break match, but with these four gentlemen, it should never, and I repeat, never have happened this way. Never. It made them all look like idiots. Again, another match that I hate to say, AEW, you're making puppies on this one, and I'm not happy about it. Like, Smart, you've been doing so well. Quit doing stupid things you see on WWE thinking, oh, we're going to make it look better because we're AEW.
Right?
Stop. Do your own thing because that's what got you where you are. Anyway,
yeah, HCW Sports saying they all can't be winners, fellas. LOL. Yeah, no, totally. And I mean, and I think this is kind of where you're going with this. You said, hell yeah, Bubba. I think his comments of this should have been the buy-in matchup.
Yeah.
Come into play. And I think that that's where you're saying hell yeah for. I assume so. But I agree. I think that it should have been the buy-in matchup. I think it would have been a lot better over there. Moving on to the next, we have got another great matchup here that I was absolutely stoked for, the edge of my seat, and even a little ticked off at the end. I get it. I understand. I get it. I get the reasons. I know why. I understand. But I wish it would have gone differently. Singles match, 15 minutes and 28 seconds, or 24 seconds, sorry, for the AEW Women's World Championship. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on one of my favorites in this business right now, Ty Conte. Now, AEW Women's Championship matchups have always been fantastic because Dr. Britt Baker is so good inside of that ring, and she kept that championship. So Ty Conte did not win the matchup. She was pinned by pinfall, but I think it was a hell of a match, dude. I was happy with it.
Oh, yeah. You can't. I mean, can we be upset about the ending? Yes, we can because we all have our own preference on who we want to win.
Right.
It's going to happen. This match, wow. If these women keep doing this kind of professional wrestling, and they're going to outdo some of the men, and they're getting there. Like they're really starting to do their own thing and being, yes, it's professional wrestling. Don't get me wrong. It's always going to be professional wrestling. But they're really stepping up their game and saying, hey, look at us. Stop not paying attention. We got this. Just give us the chance to do it. And they're killing it. I'm proud of them. Like if I could shake all their hands and give them that pat on the back and say, listen, you're doing it. You're making it. I would. They're wow.
Talking about, yeah, definitely talking about killing it here. Yeah, these two gentlemen almost died in this next matchup here. We are looking at CM Punk defeating Eddie Kingston in a singles match in 11 minutes. Absolutely banger of a matchup. There was a Crimson Mask that even happened, and it was enjoyable for me to watch and see. Do I think that CM Punk really needed to win the matchup? I don't think he needed to. But again, with this, I don't think that it really damaged either one of them. And I don't think that if Punk had lost, that it really would have damaged Punk either, because of the number of years and the rivalry that has happened between these two of them and the history between the two of them. It wouldn't have mattered who won or who lost in this matchup. This was just a great matchup to watch, and I loved it.
I know some people can't see, but I got goosebumps, and the hair is standing straight up on my arm. I know you can't see it, but listen, this is what this match did to me. Okay, through the whole thing, I got that body buzz because, yes, I am a Punk guy. Okay, who isn't? Who isn't a Punk person? But Eddie Kingston represents to me what I wanted my wrestling career to be like. Kingston has become a new favorite of mine. HCW Sports, yes, I agree. I am not disagreeing with it. Eddie Kingston has become my new like Punk, because I wanted my character to be this rough, tough, take no crap from nobody. I'll throw hands, you just say when and where kind of guy. And I admire that he is who he is because of where he came from. And he's not scared to say that. Listen, I'm from New York, and you challenge me, we're going to throw hands. You just tell me when and where. Now, as far as the match, wow. Like you said, it didn't matter who won, who lost, who did what. It was just about throwing hands and beating each other up. But I will throw a twist in here. Does this mean because Eddie Kingston lost, he's still mad because he didn't shake dude's hand at the end? Like, he didn't shake Punk's hand at all. He turned and walked away. Is there still going to be a bit of maybe a grudge match? A one last? What do you think?
Hopefully there definitely is. I don't see why there wouldn't be. This shouldn't be the end of anything between Eddie Kingston and CM Punk. This should not be the final for that at all.
In my opinion, I would have loved to have seen Eddie Kingston give CM Punk that first loss. That would have been nice. But like you said, it didn't hurt anything. It didn't matter. It was just about these two dudes going out there and trying to settle a grudge that has been, 15 years in the making? Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be more matches. There's going to be some more bloodshed, some more forehead biting, eye gouging, lip hook pulling. I love it. That's more of it with these two guys. Come on.
Something that I don't want to see more of is America Top Team. Taking a look at this next matchup here, 19 minutes and 52 seconds. A Minneapolis street fight featuring the Inner Circle taking on the Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky versus America Top Team, Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, and Dan Lambert. I'm sorry. I mean, if it irks me sometimes when somebody who like these crossovers at times, if you don't know what you're doing inside of that ring and you've had only very minimal training, you shouldn't be in there working with names like Sammy Guevara, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Santana, and Ortiz. You just definitely shouldn't be. They're going to work circles around you. They're going to make you look like shit. And I think that that's exactly what happened in this matchup. We did have the Inner Circle defeating.
Thank God.
Yes, we did have them defeating the American Top Team and the Men of the Year. So I was happy with that.
I felt very bad for the two wrestlers on that other team. I felt so bad for them. Like I'll give those two guys credit. As heels, they did their job. Really, it tried to hold this match together.
Yep.
But when you have a guy on your shoulders and you literally got to push that person away from you so you can get up on the rope, and the guy on your shoulders is tapping you saying, keep going, you're too close. You're too close. And then has to tap him again to say, okay, you got to drop me now. Like, I took this big move and you didn't even like drop me. I'm sorry. If I was AEW, I would be apologizing to the Inner Circle and Scorpion and like Ethan Page, I think his name is
Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Yes.
Sky and Ethan Page. I would be apologizing to them. I'm sorry. We botched that hard. We thought it was going to work. It obviously didn't. We are sorry. And just go on with something else between the Inner Circle, because this group is incredible. I'm really digging them right now, especially Sammy Guevara with that title and his attitude. If you actually look at this match between the last show that they were on and this show, he actually looks a little bigger. Like, he's walking around with his chest puffed up a little more, like, listen, people, I'm the TNT champion. Like, just that proud, I'm carrying this title. I'm with my boys again. We're all having fun again. Life is good.
Yeah, being proud really does puff up that chest and makes you feel even better, and it comes out and shows. HCW Sports saying that this here should have been the buy-in matchup, he feels. Ed saying that Dan Lambert needs to stay out of wrestling. You know what? I think Dan Lambert is a very good voice. He's really good on that microphone. He's got the talk. He can definitely do that. If he wants to stay within professional wrestling, then he needs to align with professional wrestlers and get away from being with America Top Team. And HCW Sports agreeing with Ed there as well. So we are very pressed for time today. I have to go to my shoot job very soon, so we got to move things along a little more quickly here. We're going to get to this last matchup, 25 minutes and 35 seconds, singles match for the AEW World Championship. We had the champion, Kenny Omega, with Don Callis being defeated by Hangman Adam Page with some cowboy shit going on. And we have a new champion in All Elite Wrestling. This matchup here, I was happy with. I enjoyed it. HCW Sports apparently did not. Saying boo. Are you booing that Page won, or are you booing the match itself? And then coming in, Hangman being a stud. So I'm confused with that.
No, yeah.
I'm confused with that. I enjoyed this matchup. I thought that it was great. I think that they really told the story that needed to be told and had it end the way that it should have ended. Definitely Hangman has earned this. And definitely I think he's earned it. You're booing the shoot job. Yes. Yeah, I know. It's right now it is 6:40 and I have to be at the shoot job for 8.
My thoughts. I'm going to jump in here. We want to get it done quick here. Perfect match. I like the story they told. I like how they told it. I like, even in the beginning, when they were doing his music and his video, and having having the guys running through the building, screaming and yelling, the Dark Order, that was funny. I like that. Keeping it light but serious at the same time.
Yep.
The Again, doing research, I know that these two gentlemen were tag team partners, and they worked incredible together for this pay per view. It was thank you again, and Hangman, way to go, buddy. The Dark Order, we support you, buddy. Good job.
Yes, we'll get HCW Sports comment in there. Hangman is just a beast and knows how to entertain us, the fans. I fully agree with that. Something that I hope is going to be just as entertaining here coming up November 21st, 2021 from Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center is going to be WWE Survivor Series. We're just going to go through the matchups here really quick. And after I'm done that, let me know which one you are looking most forward to. So as of right now, we have got Team Raw, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory taking on Team SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin, and a name to be announced. Okay. So then we have got Team Raw for the women's side. Sorry, that's the 5-on-5 men's elimination match. The 5-on-5 women's elimination match is going to be Team Raw of Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina taking on Team SmackDown, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi Blackheart, Natalya, and another, again, it says to be announced. Champion versus champion singles match on the women's side. We've got Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, taking on Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Champion versus champion singles match. We've got Big E, the WWE Champion, taking on Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, with Paul Heyman. Champion versus champion tag team matchup. We've got RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle, the Raw Tag Team Champions, taking on the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And champion versus champion singles matchup, we have Damian Priest, the United States Champion, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion, with Ricky Boogs. Please tell me what you think your favorite matchup is going to be off of that pay-per-view.
Holy cow, that's some good matches. I'm gonna have to say watching Natalya whip some butt in that women's match. That's gonna be my favorite right now. Second one, obviously, is gonna be Big E whooping that boy, the Uso daddy. He sent the clear message on SmackDown, and he's ready. I think Big E's going to take this one.
I think so as well. I think that's the match that I'm probably most looking forward to. That and the women's elimination match. Wordsmith, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you in here, coming in saying Kevin Owens leaving the WWE is my favorite thing happening soon. It's very telling, and it's very, very telling right now. And we might be talking something along those lines a little bit later. We might be about people leaving and stuff like that. We're probably going to be talking about that. HCW Sports talking the women's elimination for them being the their favorite coming out of this. So we'll have to see. That's coming up like in a few days. It's coming up the 21st. The 21st is going to be this Sunday. Coming up this Sunday.
Sorry.
So another pay-per-view that is a little ways away, but they are starting to build right now, which I absolutely love, is the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, December 4th, 2021, in Atlanta, Georgia, from the GPB Studios. We are going to get Hard Times 2. Upcoming matchup for this, we've only got 3.
3? Okay.
No, probably 4. I don't know. They might do this one on the pay-per-view. They might not. We're going to have to see. But first, the NWA World Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. It has come down to the team of The End taking on Hawks Aerie. Okay. The winner of that is going to... So it's not going to be on the show. It's already telling me here that it's going to be done on an NWA Power show. It is so the winner of that is going to be taking on La Rebellion for the tag team championships in the NWA. La Rebellion being Bestia 666 and Mecha Wolf 450. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I am a fan of La Rebellion. So it's going to be very, very cool to see that matchup. Let's see here. Tyrus taking on Scion for the NWA World Television Championship. It'll be a match. Okay. Yeah. And then a singles match for the NWA World's Women's Championship. We have got Camille taking on Melina. That one there, I think I am most looking forward to off of this card so far. Hard times, Daddy. That's hard times.
That's awesome.
So there you have it. There is pay-per-views that have happened that are coming up.
There you go.
Lots of really good stuff with all of that, with professional wrestling coming up, and especially if you're a fan of the NWA, please make sure that you're buying that. Check it out, because I think it is going to be absolutely banger. So this one here, we're going to talk about here super quickly, because, well, I mean, it's what the name of this episode is right now, and we are talking about Jay Lethal is All Elite. I almost called him Jay White for some reason. Jay Lethal is All Elite. We have got a lethal injection in All Elite Wrestling. We are now slowly starting to see the Ring of Honor stars making their way to other places and other companies. And this one here is probably the big one that has come out of anything that has happened so far. Jay Lethal, All Elite. I am stoked about this. What are you thinking, Bubba?
Oh, dude, I'm hoping we're going to get some Black Machismo. Yeah. I hope he does the Black Machismo. Dude, it was one of the best things he's done. Even if he doesn't do it, just Jay Lethal, period, gets me excited and pumped up and ready to go for wrestling, man. Like, oh, it's just great. Good job, AEW.
I think what we're probably going to see with Jay Lethal is just Jay Lethal as who he is coming into the company. But if you do want to see some Black Machismo, I think if you probably go and take a look at the YouTube show that's being done, being the Elite, they may just have some Black Machismo cameos that happen over on that show.
I don't care. Can't be happier for one guy in wrestling than I am right now for Jay Lethal.
Wordsmith saying he's got the music already, so why not do it? Yeah, I mean, you definitely could. You could. Most people, though, they know that character from years ago, but they know who Jay Lethal is now. So it might be a little confusing to some people who have really not seen that character, but have seen Jay Lethal. I think that's the only thing that would, for some, that would maybe confuse them a little bit. Ed coming in saying, but Lethal, as great as he is, does have a bit of baggage. So it'll be interesting if any of those come back to the forefront. It might. And I think that if it does, it's probably going to be something that is just joked about again on a being the Elite. I think that's probably the most that we're going to see of any of that. We are going to take a little bit of a commercial break here so that we can get through to our match of the week and our showstopper segment. So please stay tuned. We will be right back.
Hi, my name is Barry Radcliffe. You might recognize me from such films as The Longest Ride or Dead 2. Now, as a successful actor, I have 2 planes, a supermodel wife, countless exotic cars, and a ton of cash. You might think it couldn't get any better than this, but you'd be wrong. For only $4.99, you could get OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. That's OVWWrestlingNetwork.com for only $4.99. Now, will your life be as good as this? No! Why? Will it be better? Yes, and I guarantee that. That's not valid anywhere. OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99. Tomorrow's yesterday is today. Prices so low, they're insane. What was angry about? Well, so do I at OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99 a month. In between excitement, me too. OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99 a month. You get that incredible value. She cost me $17 million and I loved it. Want a real value? OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99. That's a price so low. Well, it's insane.
Welcome back to us here live from the Wrestle House and back to this edition of Turnbuckle Talk. So you got to see a little bit there from our friends over at OVWWrestling.com as well as our friends from Ignite Wrestling. Please go and check out both of those companies. Amazing professional wrestling happening over there as well. And you can find it on YouTube for free for a lot of it. So go and check that out. That is absolutely fantastic. If you want to check back on anything from OVW, sign up for the OVW network at $4.99 a month. And you're going to get to look back at all of the product that they have done and put out. It is absolutely fantastic. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move along and we're going to talk about our match of the week. So here we go, Bubba. I'm going to let you go first. Tell me, what was your match of the week?
There's not even a guess here. Lucha Bros, FTR, they killed it this week for me. Just rocked the house. Again, like I said, I couldn't even tell you what the commentators were saying. I was so involved in this match. They, again, what can you say other than they rocked it? It was great. What about you, Carl? What was your match of the week?
My match of the week was MJF versus Darby Allin. I was very, very excited for that, and I was so happy to be able to see that. It was absolutely fantastic. I like both of those guys. I like both of those characters, both of the ring work, and it was absolutely free to see. The wordsmith, free 99. Kind of. Some of the stuff is. You can actually go and check out Ohio Valley Wrestling on YouTube. You can subscribe to them, and you can see the OVW TV that happens weekly. So it is available there. Full shows. I'm looking at it right now. OVW episode 1161. You're looking 52 minutes and 28 seconds. 1160, you're looking is 52 minutes and 27 seconds. So there is professional wrestling right there available from OVW on YouTube, which is amazing to see.
Nice.
Yes. So now we're going to move on to probably what seems to be the most favorite segment that we have on this show. Everybody seems to love it. This here is our Showstopper segment. So this Showstopper segment this week, if you had read the caption for the show, you'll kind of know a little bit about what we're talking about here. We're talking about a legitimate push or a last-ditch effort. And with this, we are actually talking about, yes, Wordsmith, that is correct, talking about Kevin Owens. Is the WWE right now giving Kevin Owens a legitimate push? Or is this one last-ditch effort to see if there is anything that they can do before he parts ways with the company? Bubba Duke, what do you think about that?
I've been doing a lot of thinking about this one. since we had discussed it on Sunday. And it's been very hard to think about it because I think Kevin Steen needs to make a comeback and not in WWE. The reason being is I think this is a last-ditch effort. I think they're just trying to get a little bit more out of his tank before he leaves. Unfortunately, he leaves. I do like his product in WWE. I've always been a Kevin Owens guy, even since the ROH days. This is the one guy that I knew when everybody talked about Kevin Owens. I'm like, no, dude, that's Kevin Steen. That's ROH. That guy he's the man. But I think it's a last-ditch effort. Unfortunately, WWE's just trying to, wring that cloth just a little bit more and get the last little drop out before they let him go.
Wordsmith, I'm very interested in your take. If you are still in here watching along, I'm interested in your take on Kevin Owens, because earlier you did say that him leaving the WWE is your favorite thing happening soon, and I put that comment back up on screen. So I'm interested to know your feelings on that. It is what it is, to be honest, right now. I think as well that this is a last-ditch effort. I think that it's something that Kevin Owens, has felt like a very long time that he has wanted out, that he hasn't wanted to stay with the WWE. But at the same time, he kind of wanted to stay with the WWE as well. But then we do see reports that he has gone on to, other talk shows, and it has been heard saying that, he's really looking forward to, getting back with his friends and talking with, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks and, working with them again at some point. And he says at some point. So now, is this maybe where the WWE has seen or heard those comments and gone, oh shit, we need to do something here. Let's see what we can do to keep him around. So I don't believe that this is a legitimate push happening for Kevin Owens right now. I believe that this is simply a last-ditch effort to try to keep him with the company before he decides to leave. What is Ed saying here? I think this is a push. He is getting to work with people that can use the push with him. If he leaves, good for him, but maybe he sticks around too. You're right. That's exactly it. Maybe he does stick around. Maybe what the WWE is doing with him right now is where he says, okay, so you guys are actually working with me now. This is fantastic. Perfect. Let us see where this goes. Yeah. So
I can understand that. Again, who knows? Maybe Kevin Owens is the one going, let's just get that one last little drop out of WWE before I do leave. It works both ways, guys. Like, we really don't know what Kevin Owens is thinking or what WWE is telling Kevin Owens. We don't get to sit behind the closed doors. So, yeah, we're kind of speculating and hoping, but really we don't know. So maybe he finishes his career here, or like we said, he takes that last little drop of WWE money and goes elsewhere. I hope he gets as much as he can and does what's best for him and his family. That really is what matters.
I believe so as well. So before we head out of here today, I do want to mention that if you're going to be watching NWA at all, the main event is the Tag Team Tournament Finals between The End and Hawks Aerie. So that'll be very interesting as we move forward into Hard Times 2 coming up in December to finally know who is going to be challenging La Rebellion for the tag team titles there. Bubba Duke, please tell us where you are, where people can find you, and how they can see whatever you are doing.
Yes, I actually, my breaking news that I have been holding off on. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Please keep an eye on the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke on Facebook It's a whole group. Feel free to join. I drop information and let you guys know what's going on with me. And the Boar's Nest, where we talk about and do anything and everything within reason, obviously. And also, you can catch me on YouTube. Same thing, the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. And if you are on Twitch, I finally got a Twitch account. It's the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke on Twitch. I do video games and that kind of thing. Now, my breaking news. I have hooked up with a gentleman in the world of independent music. And we are going to be bringing a show with independent musicians. We're gonna do a song and talk about them, talk to them, this gentleman and I, and it's gonna be coming on the Boar's Nest. Keep your eyes out for that. And again, we're gonna talk wrestling. We're gonna talk sports. We're gonna talk news. There's a big sporting event coming up that I'm gonna be breaking on the Boar's Nest. So please keep an eye out for that. Other than that,
awesome.
Hear me see on Turnbuckle Talk.
Awesome. Sounds good. You can find me at TB Talk Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. You can find me on TikTok. Yeah, I'm on TikTok. Carl Carafel is who you are going to look for there. Mighty Joe Morin popping in here at 7:01 p.m. saying, howdy, gentlemen. Joe, it is good to see you popping in. I appreciate that. I assume you're probably either at work on a break or you're going home from your break, either one. And we don't want anyone to forget as well tonight. Make sure that you are sticking with Love Wrestling and everything that is happening there, because Bubba Duke, who forgot to mention this, is going to be on NXT TEA with Ed and Astrid tonight, as Cody was unavailable from what I am understanding. So the offer was put out to some people, and unfortunately I am working, but Bubba Duke is available. And there it is. Ed puts in there as well. Bubba Duke will join us on NXT tonight too, which is absolutely fantastic. So we need to make sure that we're getting out of here in a timely fashion so that Bubba Duke can get all set up to watch NXT and then hop on as well. So that will be going on right after NXT, just shortly after NXT happens. So we're probably looking at about 10:05 p.m. Eastern time-ish. So make sure that you are just on there anyways. LoveWrestling.ca is going to be showing you Power Out and then NXT as well. Good to see everyone. Glad you guys are keeping my baby alive. Yes, it definitely is alive and well. It is not going anywhere. 10:05 for Power Out, then NXT to follow. Now, is that Eastern time, Ed? 10:05 Eastern for Power Out? Let me know while I hit through a couple of quick things here, and then we'll let everybody know at the end. We want everybody to make sure that they're going and checking out collarandelbowbrand.com. Collar and Elbow Brand is some amazing street fashion produced and made by professional wrestler Al Snow. He has created all of these products. I am wearing the hat as always. Today I'm actually wearing the sweater. Bubba Duke is wearing his collar and elbow hat as well. And I want to give a very special thank you to whoever it has been that has gone and made purchases over there, because yes, we do get a bit of a kickback when you use promo code JK Podcast at the checkout on anything brand new or clearance merchandise. We also have our friends over at Phoenix at fnxfit.com for amazing workout supplements and workout gear. Go and check out Phoenix, fnxfit.com. Use promo code TBTalkPod and get yourself 15% off your entire purchase there. HTM Podcast Network is an amazing network with great podcasts happening over there. Please make sure you go and check them out and support my friends over at the HTM Podcast Network. We don't want to forget about our friends over at IndiePW as well, IndiePW.com. Please go and check them out and support what they're doing, because they are doing fantastic things over there too. Whether it's podcasts, articles, no matter what, IndiePW has got you covered. And especially thank you to LoveWrestling.ca for allowing us to bring Turnbuckle Talk onto this platform as well for everyone. It is greatly appreciated. And the video podcasts that we put out, vidcasts, are powered by StreamYard. We couldn't be more happy with the product that StreamYard has. If you want to go stream live, this may be a good way for you to do it. Go and check out StreamYard.com. Our new friends as well, in partnership with 80stees.com. Go and check them out for amazing cartoon t-shirts, 80s television shows, 70s movies, horror t-shirts, video games, classic movies, holiday stuff, 2000s movies, and even superheroes and wrestling t-shirts as well. So please make sure you're going and checking out our friends over at 80stees.com. And to give everyone confirmation, 10:05 Eastern Standard Time will start Power Out, followed by NXT. So make sure you were sticking with LoveWrestling.ca, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you can find Love Wrestling. Go and follow that. And tune back in at 10:05 Eastern Time to see, again, some amazing shows and to see Bubba Duke over on NXT. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We'll see you on the next one.